let's get to the topic at hand. Totally separate from the lifetime gift exemption amount is the annual gift tax exclusion. Gift tax exclusion. It's $14,000 for 2017. It's been at that level since 2014. You can give away $14,000 to as many individuals as you'd like. I'm going to start out with that. That's how I'm going to start the show. Because this is public business for private wealth. So how are we doing this? You got a job. Maybe it's a job you can't stand. Maybe it's a job that has good perks, Maybe, Maybe it's not a bad gig. You got a good pension, maybe coming to you. You get your good benefits. You get good pay, in your opinion. So, you're in this position. You want to go private. You want to establish your private estate. You want to do a trust. Let's just say that. I don't know. I'm just talking here. So you're thinking maybe, it's a trust. You want it to be private. So you hear this 9-8 number stuff. Let me pancake 80,000 toes real quick. A contract trust is foreign to the United States, no matter if it has a domestic EIN or not. As long as you administer it properly, it's a contract trust. It's foreign. It's falls under Article 1, Section 10, which in part says no state shall obligate or impair, the obligation of contracts. Which, if you got a pen, write this down, federal. It's a federal entity. But I digress. You want to do a trust. You know it. But you got this. You're working this job. You don't really have time. I really want to start my own business. I don't have the time. I got children. I can't even listen to this show live, even though I want to, because I'm busy. I got to listen to this show in the podcast. I got to catch it later. I understand. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Specifically and ultimately, the reason I say you want to, or you back up. You don't want to do anything. The reason I use LLCs, the main reason is for business credit and limited liability. Now, I could very well use a trust, but I don't want to personally establish business credit on a trust. You can, as long as it has the EIN, whether foreign or domestic, it doesn't matter. It's not a problem. But, whether foreign or domestic, it doesn't matter. It's a trust to me, and I don't want to do business credit on it. Bottom line is, though, this. If you don't have time to establish business credit, which I don't really understand, because if you have time to pay bills in your personal name, you can figure out the time to pay those same bills in your business name and get business credit established on that, that EIN or that Dun & Bradstreet number or what have you. But if you're totally adamant against that, the first part of this, episode is for you. So let's say you're working the job. It's cool. Some people work jobs. Some people, it's good with them. They got a good job. They focused their education. Maybe they knew what they wanted to do in high school. And since high school, they got into this field, and that's what it is, and they appreciate that, they like that, and they enjoy that. That's fine. It happens every day. I've met people who don't have to, but they still work. Even I still work in different capacities, but, I don't know anyone who does get to the point where they don't have to work and they stop working. But I haven't met everybody on the planet, so that's neither here nor there. So you have this job. You have a trust. And the reason why you have a trust is you're looking at building your private wealth. And private means family. And so family would, imply maybe a family trust. The easiest way for me to explain this is a trust is a legal person. It has an EIN. It has an indenture. With that EIN and indenture, as long as you administer the entity properly, as long as there's no commingling of funds and assets, as long as you're acting on behalf of the trust and in the best interest of the trust, you're substantiating movements, so on and so forth. It is its own legal person. And why am I saying this? The reason why I'm saying this is there's a gift exclusion, which is what I said earlier, right, when I started off after current events, and I'm going to say it again. Totally separate from the lifetime gift exemption amount is the annual gift tax exclusion amount. So it's a gift tax exclusion. Gift tax. So the gift is not taxed, or the taxes on the gift is being excluded. Right? So you make a certain amount of money, whatever you make. Let's say you make $50,000. Let's say you make $60,000. You got a lot of debt. It's terrible. I don't know. What I do know is that per person, an individual, which is you, is able to gift up to $14,000. And that $14,000 gift is excluded. From what I understand, I'm not a tax attorney, I'm not giving you legal advice or anything like that. But from what I understand, from what I'm reading, and from my comprehension, how rudimentary it may be, that amount, that $14,000 is excluded from the gross amount of annual income that is being taxed. So if you made, for easy arbitrary fact, $64,000, you could give $14,000 to your family trust, and now you will only be accounting for a tax liability or a potential tax liability on $50,000. Hands in the air. Now, if you have maybe a family trust and maybe another trust, understand what I'm saying. It's per person. Just like a corporation, a trust, a foundation. These are separate and legal persons, legal entities. So per person, you can gift to the limit of $14,000. So if you're sitting in that position and you're making pretty good money, it is your responsibility. Your absolute responsibility to figure out a way to make this happen. How do you do this? I don't know. Here's how I would do it. This is what I do. You do your dance. This is my dance that I would do. I'm getting a paycheck. I would go into my job. I would go to the human resources or to the secretary or to whoever handles payroll. And I would say I would like to update my tax form. I would like to update my tax form. Oh, sure, Mr. L. There's no problem. Is there anything wrong? No. I just need to update what I claim. my dependents. Oh, no problem. Because, whatever. It don't matter. So they would hand me the form, and on that form, excuse me, I would write exempt on my form. This is what I would do. I'm not giving you any advice at all. I will put exempt. Why would I put exempt? Because me personally, I know that I would be gifting, as it stands right now, 1, 2, 3. I would have the ability to gift over 4 trusts, $14,000. I would claim exempt. And then I would do a 1040 with TurboTax or whatever, and they would say, did you make any gifts? And I would say yes. And they would say, how many separate gifts did you make? And I would say 4. And they would ask for the name of the person that the gift was made to, and I'll put the name of whatever entities I needed to, my trust, the trust. And here's the thing. I need to start saying my trust. And I'm not saying it for me. I'm saying it, so people don't get confused. But ultimately, it is the entity that I administer. And for privacy's sake, I'm just going to take the entity that I administer. So however many entities those are. They have EINs, obviously, whether foreign, domestic, it don't matter. They're still trusts. They're actually complex trusts when it comes to these documents that I'm dealing with. When it comes to the, Internal Revenue Service. And then that's that. So just right there, you know what I did? And I'm going to make it simple. So it was four, I said 4, right? 4 entities times, that would be $14,000 because it's per person, right? Well, 14 times 4 is $56,000. From what I understand and how I do my dance, that's legal. Have any of the entities that I've administered been audited? Yes. Have those entities survived the audit? Yes. Yes, it did. Why? Because I had substantiation on behalf of the entity. That's why. It's plain and simple. I remember even specifically calling the agent and asking. It was a system. It was a system. It was cool. But asking her, like, what is the problem? Where is the problem? And what line are you looking at where you need substantiation? And reluctantly, she told me. And not at all reluctantly, I sent her so many receipts and substantiation that was pretty much the end of it. I think I got one more correspondence saying that, everything was good and the funds will be released. So, or the lien would be released. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, if that's just one, like, if you have a private family foundation, which I administer, I actually administer 2. One private family foundation and one just private family foundation. Both of them are determined tax exempt by the Internal Revenue Service, and both of them are in contract form. To me, it's not hard, but it's, you either come from an informed family or an uninformed family, or the third option, because there's always another option, is you figure out what the informed family knows if you come from an uninformed family, or you forget what the informed family knows if you come from an informed family. Now you're an uninformed family. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe you didn't take it seriously. Well, $56,000, so that's $14,000 per person, per legal entity. Now, like I said, with a private family foundation or a foundation at this level, well, because, look, public charities, they are the 50% rule. So 50% meaning of your gross annual income before taxes, everything before taxes, you can donate and deduct up to 50% of your gross annual income by giving it, gifting, or actually specifically donating. You get charitable both deductions on the 1040, right? So you got a high profile, high paying field. Now you see how the elite are potentially keeping the most or the majority of what they bring in. I think it's important. I know it's specific, but this is if this is what you're doing. Now I'm saying it's up to $14,000, and that was just an example. Most of us aren't going to be able to do even $14,000, and that's cool because it adds up over time. The big thing is the exclusion or the lack of requirement of paying or having a potential taxable event goes both ways. So not only does the gifter get that amount excluded from the taxable income or the overall taxable amount, but the gift, the one being gifted, the entity being gifted, at $14,000 is excluded from its taxes as well on the other side. Actually, you know what? Double check that. I could be wrong. I just had a moment of doubt. But, I'm pretty sure I'm right. So moving forward, that's basically what I was, wanted to go in on with regards to those working, who are still in the job force, still in the workforce. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't finish. My bad, I'm sorry. I see. So 50% of your gross annual can be donated, and you get charitable deductions of your gross annual income for a public charity. Well, a private family foundation is 30%. So up to 30% of your gross annual income can be donated to, a private foundation. Ultimately, whether it's a private foundation in and of itself or it's a private family foundation, ultimately, they are at the 30% rule. So with the 30% rule, let's say you have a private family foundation. With the 30% rule, and the gift exclusion alone, I mean, what's left for taxes? Now, mind you, trusts are taxed at 39.6%. So any income beyond the $14,000 for the trust is taxable. So you got to disperse that or use it or contract it, whatever. But do it with clean hands. Clean hands and arm's length distance is very key and very important. I feel like, and I'm gonna be honest, my last show I did, it was weird. I had some trolls call in. Like the email that I use or used to use, I had to do some stuff, man. Stuff was hacked. I had cats calling in. Like, I knew it was going to happen, but it's kind of, And if y'all listen, I know some people picked up on it. They was like, yo, and I ain't going to play it off of Hollywood, my people, because I love y'all. So it's like, but it just made me even more adamant to come back. And I wanted to do it last week. I really did, but I was traveling last Wednesday. And I know, some people emailed me, asked me if I was cool. I'm good. I emailed them back. I'm good. But that experience, made me adamant about coming back even harder. Now, I've gotten, emails from people talking junk, but not to the level of sophistication that I experienced. Like, let me just tell you the truth. Like, nah, I ain't gonna go there. But it's real, And I know I'm on a high-profile network. I know it. And I know I'm doing some high-profile stuff. But Y'all heard me. I don't care. I love y'all too much, and I'm one of those who coulda, but didn't, and that's all I'm going to say. But, with the proper entities and the proper understanding, the proper education, investing in your private education, you can do things from any position. From any position. It could just, the debtor, the so-called debtor, can just be a pass-through if you know what you're doing. All of the assets can be private. If you're truly trying to go private, you own nothing. You control everything. You don't own anything. It's titled to the trust. You own nothing. It's plain and simple to me, and hopefully, I can help make it plain and simple to you. Bottom line is no matter what position you're in, if you're generating income, which I know you are, whether it's small, whether it's not that much, you know what I mean? Whether it's could be more or should be more or what have you. There's always some amount that you could be putting away into, trust, period. And the Internal Revenue Service looks upon that with admiration and respect. They smile upon that. They give you an exclusion to do that, up to $14,000 per year. And I'm not a tax attorney. I'm not giving you legal advice. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I'm reading from their documents, from their websites. You go check it out for yourself. I'm just telling you the things that I'm doing with my entities. I administer a trust. I administer foundations. I'm signers on the accounts, multiple accounts. Well, as far as I go to the account, man, there's like 6 or 7 different accounts, and none of them are personal. I am a trustee, and I'm telling you, you can be a steward of your family estate while working a 9-to-5 job, or an 11 to 7, or 7 to 11, or, whatever shift you're doing. There's really no excuse. The people who look up to you are tired because they want to see you do good, want to see you be great, they want to see you achieve, and you're continuing to make excuses. And I'm talking to myself too. You know what I'm saying? I keep it real. A lot of time when I'm talking to myself. And I'm tired of disappointing people. I may be on a level that most others aren't, but I'm still, in my opinion, disappointing people. Never done. And the foundation goes out to those. We're laying the foundation. We're being honest. Keep it real. In whatever position you're in, there are moves that you can take to not only invest in your private education, but to advance your last name, your estate. Unless you don't plan on having children, you don't care about your nieces and nephews, aunties, cousins, nobody. Unless you just offer death, then it's cool. It's cool. So you got everyday bills, you got debts. And the stuff doesn't stop once we wake up. So we wake up, I'm awake. My people down south like to say I'm woke. We have obligations. I got children. I got expenses. I got cars, mortgage, rent. I hear that a lot. I got to go to work. I ain't got time for this private stuff. Yes, you do. I had to grind extra hard. I had to grind and work plus study to get where I'm at. I had to grind like most others won't so I can live like most others can't. And now, I'm in a different position. And this is me reaching my hand back to my people like, yo, I got you. Yeah, there's an energy exchange. A workman is worthy of their hire. I know that. There's value to me. There's value to my knowledge, to all of the time, effort, energy, consultation I put into where I'm at with my level of expertise. I've been perfecting public commercial claims since I was 18 years old. And that's no joke. And I'm damn near 40. Closer to 40 than 18. And if you want to know specifically, it was SRs, Form SR. You can look it up. Form SR, sound recordings, intellectual property. So it's like, I know what can be done. I know what can be achieved. I know what most times isn't done and what most times isn't achieved. And I'm saying, even with public business, you can still operate public business for private wealth, whether it's an LLC and the shareholders, it's trust. And by the way, a properly organized LLC passes all of its taxable income to the shareholders or shareholder. That's what corporations do. If you got some Apple stock, Google stock, any of that stock, and you get a dividend, these individuals get dividends, all that is the taxable income from the corporation after it made all its expenses. It paid all of its costs, paid all the lights, paid all the employees, paid the bonuses, the salaries, the private jets, paid for everything. And what was left over, the surplus, it passes on to the shareholders. You can organize a corporation or an LLC, which is easier in my opinion. I know you can do this. I'm telling you to do it because I ain't your attorney. We don't have a contract or none of that. But I'm just saying, I know it's possible. And the trust can be the shareholder. You can take advantage of Internal Revenue Service Publication 15B, which explains and goes into fringe benefits. And these benefits are provided, or compensation or earnings provided to you by the corporation that are excluded from your taxable or reportable income. These things include health savings accounts, cell phone accounts, company phones, company vehicles, meals, de minimis benefits. I mean, I can keep going. Moving expenses, daycare, education. Corporations pay their expenses first. Anything left over is up for deductions. Trusts make their deductions first. Allowable deductions, anything left over is passed to the beneficiaries. Pancakes and toast. I sure hope so. Yo, I'm not even on screen the calls. I'm going to go to the phone lines in a second, y'all. What is the calling number? 424-222-5250. Does it even work? I don't know. I got a host call in. I think it does work. Well, they got another one, 563-999-3625. If that doesn't work, if you're on the internet, call in, press 1. You can talk to the host L here on the foundation on highfrequencyradionetwork.com. Yo, let me say a couple more things real quick. Family trusts usually, food, clothing, shelter, education, and expenses. These are contracts or obligations. If it's in the contract, it's an obligation. If there's a bill in the name of the trust, if you can do that, it's an obligation of the trust, y'all. It's an expense. Yo, so, you got home, the property, so on and so forth, college for children, rental property, so on and so forth. Business trust usually is a transportation, single business trust. What I do, title of a vehicle, insurance policy, close it, beneficiaries. So all income, is passed to the beneficiary or taxable income, after deductions and expenses. It's very simple. 424-222-5250 is the calling number on the phone lines. Foundation. That's it, y'all. That was the show. I just wanted to touch on those. I keep saying they're simple concepts, but maybe I'm being pejorative and they're simple to me. A couple of people ask me, how much do I own with regards to the corporation? I'll tell you what I do. This is how I think about it. If I'm looking to do, I'm not a woman, but a woman-owned business, if I was, a woman and looking to do that, if I was looking to, do a minority-owned business and get credits, contract with the government, get favor, because, there's certain subsidies that are put aside in certain sectors of, the economy, of business and finance, production, so on and so forth, for a minority-owned business, woman-owned business, and so on and so forth. And, of course, that woman or that minority or both or whatever would own, at least 50% of the company. Doesn't necessarily mean that you got to take a salary. In fact, I guess it's contract, so the salary can be whatever it is. Now, there may be some sort of legislation with regards to, that entity. If it's, it's a legislative entity. But I don't think that there's anything specific in the legislation that says that you must take a salary at this high amount or, so on and so forth. But state to state, they may defer. And from there, all taxable income goes to the trust. I think I'm being redundant. I'm going to go to the phone lines, y'all. What is it, 563-999-3625. Also, shout out to, the homies, the family's friends that I saw in Jersey. They took me and they fed me. They showed me a good time. I appreciate y'all. I ain't going to say y'all name for privacy, so you know who y'all are. My Guyana family. Because, took care of a brother. I was thinking about this earlier. Phone lines, you know what I'm pause is. 908 0419. This looks familiar. Work. 908-0419. Peace. What's your name? Where you call it from?
Peace, brother. JB, Jersey.
Oh, peace, brother. How you doing, man?
Peace, man. Excellent, brother. I just wanted to call and give a shout out and a thank you for the event this weekend. I got a lot out of it, and I don't have too many questions. I think I'm able to ask in the public, but I just, as always, want to say thank you for all the information you guys put out here, and it's done a lot for me.
Oh, man. All praises. It ain't me, man. It's creators, ancestors, all praises. But I appreciate it, and it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor, man. You're a good dude, and it was good connecting with you at the previous event, and I'm glad you were able to make this one, and I'm glad that my main thing is what you just said. It pleases me, not to be corny, that you were able to garner some new information from this event, even though you were at the previous one. So I think that's cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up.
I mean, the concept of it really firms up the whole, system of becoming, a private bank, which, it really, that's kind of important as far as I'm concerned. And, I feel like you got you got valuable information at both of those events, and it was so varied. I feel like at the first one you covered a lot of the front end stuff and how it connects to the back end, and in this one you covered a lot more of how the back end connects to the front end, which is awesome.
Right. Yeah. It's trying to get everyone well rounded with what's going on, and I feel like I think the next event I'm going to do 2 days, so probably do Saturday and Sunday. I felt like this last one was rushed. I feel like I've met so many great people, great entrepreneurs, great businessmen, businesswomen that are interested in presenting, that have something to bring to the platform, bring to the table that is beneficial to the audience that I think, maybe going to a 2-day format, especially, people are flying out, and I just want to give people more. Now, I'm always into giving people more, so I think the next one and beyond, we're going to flip to a, like a 2-day. So Saturday, do a Saturday, Sunday event.
That would be awesome. It flew by. It was crazy how fast that it seemed to be like over. It was awesome. It was like, and I'd never seen like Taj live, and I mean I loved like the places he was going. I love when when people get like real deep with it, because that's really where this stuff all comes from.
Taj is great. He's a triple OG, man. That's a dude. He really goes deep with it, and especially when you get one-on-one with him like that. And I think he noticed that we weren't recording because we don't do that. He kind of let loose.
I like that.
So it was great just to see, sit there and witness it myself. He's definitely one of my favorites of in the so-called conscious community. I don't know if it's still called that even, but he's definitely one of my favorites. And he holds it down, and he's definitely a noble. Definitely carries himself from a certain stature, and I respect that about him.
Absolutely, and his knowledge is deep. It's very deep, and I love that deep knowledge. But I also want to say, like, as far as your current events went, like, that's some real stuff right there. It's especially the drop in the dollar, and Bezos is actually considering buying CVS now too, because the CVS, the chain of drugstores, he's consolidating a lot of these like retail chains for some reason.
What I see these cats. I feel like everyone is looking at the banks in a certain way, and the people are trying to get their money out of the bank and into whatever they can, whether it's property, whether it's buying businesses up. Buying property up, buying gold, silver, whatever it is, insurance, whatever it is, smart money is not in the bank right now. It's not. It just really isn't. And what I see, I'm seeing these things, and it's very interesting to me. The big money is buying up stuff. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, was it you who also talked about that bill that they're trying to run through Congress again to basically like keep tabs on how much money people have out of the banks? And I know they already passed like the seizure of safety deposit boxes. It's like, if you pay attention, they're telling you, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like people don't grasp bailing.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, exactly. Bailing. I was just going to say that, like they can take the money. It's not your money. It's an unsecured deposit. It's an unsecured loan. When you deposit money into a financial institution in the United States of America, it is an unsecured loan. You are loaning the bank money, and it's in the terms and conditions of all accounts. It's in the disclosures, or at least referenced in the disclosures.
Absolutely. It's more like a gift, because it's based on, because they know, like, first of all, they know that most people don't even know what a restrictive endorsement is. So, I mean, I'm actually reading a business encyclopedia from 1927, and it's real interesting because it's like post-Federal Reserve Act, but pre-1933. And it's definitely written by, like, proponents of the act. Like, they're not hiding any of it in this. It's made for somebody definitely who's in the position to use it. And it's very interesting because they go over with, like, pictures how you're supposed to endorse stuff, and it's like right there. And the first one states that if you just sign it, it's a gift. It's like you signing over a check to somebody. Like, here you go. Like them giving you that 0.0% interest is like, it's like a deal they're making, but they're not saying like this is your cut of our investment. They're saying like, thanks for the donation. I'll give you this. Yeah, here you can have this little scrap. I don't know. It's very, very
terrible. I mean, it works. It's still working. It works. We can't knock it too much. If there's confidence in it.
No,
so.
I mean, honestly, I don't knock it at all. Like, I can't decide. A lot of times, I can't decide what kind of is more, I guess, principally offensive. If that's like the manipulations created in the system, or the fact that most people just willingly are manipulated. Because people, yeah, like that's really, I can't knock the hustle, but I could knock the lack of hustle, I guess.
Yep. I like the way you said that. Nicely said.
Thank you, brother.
Definitely.
But, I don't want to.
Knock the lack.
I don't want to monopolize the line. I'm sure got some people wanting some information. But as always, I want to say thank you. Gratitude.
And thank you. Appreciate you, man. You know, building in the private has been, you know, interesting, complex, but, you know, very rewarding. And, you know, let's just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. Bigger and better things. And so, yeah, appreciate you, JB, man. It was good seeing you this weekend, man, you know. And I'll see you in the Midwest. You coming?
Oh, I'll be there.
All right. Sounds good, man. Appreciate you calling in, man. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, brother.
Peace to the guys. Right on. Yo, I love that. So, my man, JB, learned something new. Was at the previous event, said he learned something, he gained, he benefited. Went to the next event, said he learned something, gained, and benefited. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, we definitely going to go to a 2-day schedule. Get it moving. For the next event, like I said, admin, ADMIN at welcome to the foundation.com. Let me know. Detroit or Chicago. Y'all let me know. I'm trying to go to Detroit. I heard the water's messed up in some areas. I shouldn't even be joking, but I'm not playing. But Chicago is really expensive. But I like the airport. It's been a while since I've been to Michigan, but I like Michigan. I'll do Michigan. I'll do Chicago. We could do a suburb of Chicago like Skokie, Highland Park, or Wilmette. Y'all let me know. ADMIN, admin, at welcome to the foundation.com. Also, you know, I want to get the private trustee training. I need some help. Same email. Just let me know. Last week, the show, you know, with the brother Toron L from Up the Credit was great. It was so great that people were tripping. But it's all good. I'm not even going to screen the calls. This number looks familiar, too. 718-4911. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's the deal? This is Al from Rockville, and I'm a yell. I just listened to the show, and you can take the next caller. So, Al, rocking the bell.
Daryl, what you think of the event, man? You was there. What you think?
You know, you always rock well. You know, you're like LL Cool J. You rock well, rock your bell. And I just wish, what's his name? Yusuf L would have did his thing, but he, you know, he like kind of like, you know, I just wish he would have let it all hang out, 'cause Yusuf L get down, you know.
What was you looking
the crown,
for? So, like, if it was up to you, what would Yusuf, how would he have gotten down? What would he have gotten into?
He should have got buck wild.
Used to do be getting buck wild. But, I mean, he kind of reined it in. We did talk to him. And kind of, I'm going to just be honest.
He talked it down, you know. It's always love. I know I'm going to see y'all. Wherever you're at, we going to recognize one another, you know.
Yeah, Derek, man. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate
you coming through.
I appreciate you, too.
Glad you had a good time. Yo, did your sister
I have a question.
You
see, I got a doppelganger. You see that dude? He look just like me. I like, whoa.
What dude?
There's some dude with a helmet on. He look just like me on the invite. I was like, yo, I can't believe that.
That was one of the brothers that was at the event, man.
Yo, he looked just like me. Am I right?
I mean, y'all look kind of similar, but, you know,
Yeah, that's a doppelganger.
Nah. That's not a doppelganger, man. Nah, bro.
I don't know. That dude look just like me. I was like, yo, when did I take that picture? I couldn't believe it. But yo, I'm gonna yield the floor. Yo, take the next caller. We gonna talk. All right.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace.
Man, Daryl from Brownsville, he was out there, man. I love that brother, man. Brother, I love you, man. You cracking me up. Nah, I mean, Duke did kind of, y'all resembled each other, but, it wasn't that profound, I don't think. 424-222-5250 or 563-999-3625. I'll take like one more caller. 609 area code. And then I'm going to end the show. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Oh, y'all want to push? Oh, okay. Oh, y'all want to push one now? Yeah. All right, it's 609. I'll get to y'all too. 609-3782. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace to the guys at ZL from north of the Appalachian Allegheny Mountains. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, Zed. Peace, brother. How are you? How you doing?
Peace. Was at the seminar. It was fantastic. I appreciate all the speakers, Sharif, yourself, So, Yusef, and of course the guest Douglas and the one and only triple OG, Taj Tariq Bey. It was good seeing him again after 20-odd years. I used to see him in New York. But, you said something profound. You just said you got to grind like many others won't so you can live like no others can. And I just sent that off to my son and my daughter because this information is so unique. But yet it's so common and so hidden. It's hidden in plain sight, like you said. I appreciate the information you guys are giving out, so I really, really do. I'm going to keep it short because I heard you say you got to go. But just to add on to what a gentleman just said about Yusef getting buck wild, I take Yusef any way he drops it. But the way he dropped it, the way he was breaking down this information, making sure that we have to go in and study. The commitment is, are you ready to study? No, I'm not ready to study. I'm ready to have a fight, punch my black brother in the eye, throw my black woman down a flight of stairs, call the white man a cracker, cuss him out, argue and shoot back and forth with the cops. I'm ready to do all of that, but I'm not ready to sit down with a textbook and start highlighting and go through black law. Now, isn't that crazy? So how can we do what we never got if we still do the same crazy stuff? Exactly. So
right.
Sharif's info was insane. Your presentation was off the hook. The visit of Douglas, just insane with the truth that just gets laid on the table. Of course, Yusef and Taj, I really, really appreciate your last caller, JB, who had said that he picked up something to help him on the front end, and he went to this seminar and he picked up some more information on the back. Man, I got to see what I can do. I got to come out to Chicago. I don't care where you going. Egypt, Cairo, where you going next? I got to see if I can get out there. I don't want to miss, I got a heavy part one. That was a heavy part one. I want to pick up something on the back end too. But thank you for taking my call, and I appreciate you. You hear me, So?
Oh, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, man. Thanks for coming. It was great seeing you, man. Thanks for the hospitality. And
no problem. No problem.
I'll talk to you soon, brother.
Talk to you soon, brother. Peace to the guys.
All right, peace. All right. That's about it. No, okay. What was that? 347? 347-2088. You had a question?
Good evening, Soul L. This is Yvette from Flatbush, Darryl from Brownsville, sister. I'm just calling in to tell you I had a wonderful time Saturday.
All right.
The meeting was excellent, so excellent. It just opened up a whole new perspective of thinking from the public to the private. But what floored me was when Yusuf L. talked about the natural law and the public law and the private law. And you have to learn to separate the two. And then what got me was with Tariq, when he went in about our history as a people and our conditioning, and that we have been dumbed down to the point that we can't accept anything of what we were taught in the public. What I loved about all you brothers was you came in different age groups. There was the courtesy, the respect. There was no big egos on the platform. Everybody brought the knowledge, the wisdom. They had the understanding, the admiration, and the respect. And even when we went over, unfortunately, some of my people would have been like, it's time to go. Love y'all. Y'all take care. You say, hold on. We running over. We going to take care of this because I need y'all to know. I need y'all to learn. That struck me more than anything. And then as I spoke to each individual, I saw the mannerism. I saw the etiquette. I mean, I saw the genuine love. It's not like, oh, you paid, you came and got a little bit, see y'all, catch you, whatever. You stood, you shook hands with everybody, you remembered faces, names. That makes the difference. And you told the truth. You said most of the people in this room are trustees, and we're hoping more come aboard. Another thing I liked was the fact that you all encouraged the women. And you said we need more women in the field. I'm a woman. I've worked construction 26 years. I came out from the banking industry, Wall Street, working in banks, where is if you were a certain shade or a certain size, you didn't make it in the corporate office the way they wanted you to fit in. If your hair wasn't straight enough, if your nose wasn't straight enough. I went over to the construction trade. Again, another stereotype when it came to women. See, it's not that women can't own businesses. They're keeping the doors shut from us. And you said a key thing. There's certain contracts from a city, state, and federal level that applies to minorities first. They call for them in the bidding process first. Unfortunately, we're not there.
Right.
But I'm going to make it my business because I'm following you all now. You've opened up so many different areas. Many things that you all said. You got the strong man, but you strangle him. Own nothing, control everything. Stay true to yourself and to the private. Those are the things that you keep enforcing, which makes a difference. And at the time when I first heard it, I couldn't understand it. This second meeting, I caught it. So like I told my brother, I'm going to make sure we get in the trustee because it's time for our people to pick ourselves up. And yes, I'm working on trying to get a minority business for women and men, not just women alone, but for both. Because our communities are so far behind. We just can't get past the conditioning and the public teaching. We can't get past the fact that we got to take every penny that we make, pay our bills, and put it in the bank. Or we need the materialistic things like the chains, the cars, the fancy clothes. Those things we can't take with us. The metals, the properties, everything else. We can control it. We don't have to own it. But let it stay within our communities. And that's what I'm learning. And I'm going to be following y'all a lot more. But I thank you all so much for your professional etiquette, your mannerism, no profanity, no disrespect. Y'all was dressed to the nines like true businessmen. Because like I told one of my coworkers, you could smell the money in these brothers. Because that's the way they represent themselves. And as long as you represent yourself in the right way, the karma will open up in a positive light. As long as you tell the truth and you're honest with what you're doing for the community, for the family, it all comes back in a good way. I ran into a couple of people, and the karma wasn't exactly there, but I'm still going to hope and pray that the ancestors guide them to do the right thing. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's not about the profit. Yes, you can make the money. You can make the profit. But what is it if your soul is not right? You can't have people to follow you and expect them to be in the right set of mind, the right frame, and doing right when their whole consciousness and their whole thought process is wrong from the start. It can't work. But I thank you all so much. You all were so down to earth. Y'all were real. Y'all taught. You just opened up my eyes to a whole new level. And I am definitely glad that I showed up. And I thank you so much for the email that you sent my brother and he showed to me. I appreciate it. I love you all. Be blessed, my brother. And I'm gonna continue to follow y'all in the family, in the foundation. I'm gonna be in the trustee program just now, so don't worry. I'm following you guys. You know,
okay.
Strong leadership, strong words. God bless. Peace to the community and good night, sir.
Thank you very much.
God
Peace
bless.
to you. Yes, I love you too. I appreciate everyone. You know, I mean, this is why I do it. You know, for stuff like that. For the dealings that I have with my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? It's overwhelming at times. It's very humbling. It's very it's a wonderful thing. And whether you can smell the money or not, I mean, I definitely have been in positions to where I made certain choices, and I just want everyone to know that there's times in your life where you're given choices, and maybe the reward of a specific choice may seem high, but it's up to us to look down the road and see if it's really beneficial. And I looked down the road and I saw that where I was going wasn't beneficial, even though it appeared, and it was what a lot of people wanted, and people would so-called do very nefarious things to get in the position that I was in, and can be in, financially or whatever. Bottom line is do what's in your heart, and you'll be rewarded, like the sister said, karma, and this is charity. I'm giving back to my people. I want to help you, sister, get set up so you can get awarded those particular jobs and funds. I know how to do that. I can teach you how to do that in an hour. Y'all hit me up. There's so many things that I know how to do that I don't do for myself because this is not something that I'm interested in or that I have the patience for, or I can believe that I can get substantial amounts of capital versus doing something else. But I've studied a lot and I put a lot of work in, and I work very, very hard to bring this show as well as these events to y'all, and I do my best to uphold what I see as the view of High Frequency Radio Network. So, I appreciate you, sister, y'all, brother, Daryl, JB, all y'all, everybody that called in. Got one more call, 314. Oh, about to go to the stream. You got like 30 seconds to call in, 563-999-3625 or 424-222-5250. Then we're going to start streaming. And then you can't call in. Got another call at 314-3882. 314-3882. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from St. Louis. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear me at
Peace.
first?
I can hear you now.
Peace. I'm just calling for a couple of. Well, first I want to say thank you guys for everything y'all do. I'm just getting back on the knowledge, so I'm trying to put everything back in perspective and get the remedies I need for everything I'm trying to do. too. So, whatever it is. And then also I want to ask you guys, how can I get you guys to come to St. Louis?
Missouri. Oh man.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Send me an email. Admin ADMIN at welcometothefoundation.com.
Hold on.
My bad.
Stand by 1 second.
No problem.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Admin ADMIN at
Okay.
At the at symbol. Welcome to the foundation.
Okay.
.com.
And that's how
just normal. Just normal how it's spelled normal. Say it again.
Is that how I contact you for anything?
Yeah, that's how you can contact me for anything right there.
Okay. All right, great. Oh boy, yes. Actually, to be honest, I missed the whole program tonight because I was working. But when I finally tuned in, I realized it was going to go off. So I was like, I at least want to figure out how I can possibly get you guys to come down here and teach us on what it is we need to be doing, because from the time I've been dealing with this, we got kind of like hoodwinked and bamboozled down on this end. So yeah, we need y'all.
All right, man. Yeah, definitely. I hear you got the little ones in the background. You a father?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Happy belated Father's Day, brother. You know what I mean?
Thank you, brother.
That's what's up.
Y'all doing, I just got to keep saying, but what y'all doing is a great thing. Yeah. It's anything. So,
man,
I would like to, brother. That's another reason why I'm calling. How do I go about doing it the same way through the email?
Yeah, you shoot me an email.
All right.
And we go from there.
Okay.
That way we can deal in the private.
All right,
we're not in the public airwaves, so on and so forth. Yeah, no problem, brother.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said, yeah. That way we can talk. We can email in the private. It's not in the public airwaves and stuff.
Very well. All right. Thank you, and y'all be blessed.
All right, brother. You be blessed as well. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
That's it, y'all. I know. I'm sorry. I'm already streaming. I had to cut back the episode. I used to do 2 hours, and I cut it back to 90 minutes because 2 hours is a long time to be sitting around, in the same spot. I mean, I love y'all, but ultimately, I've been streaming this whole time. HighFrequencyRadioNetwork.com. Go to the PDF session, sit there, study. That's what I did, straight up. When I first came into this information several years ago, I went to the website. Actually, there was a Dropbox back then. Shout out to anyone who remembers the Dropbox from Yusuf. Who would have thought that I'd be, doing the show on Wednesdays on High Frequency? I wouldn't have. If you had told me, I'd have been like, whatever. I might have threatened to slap you. I'm just playing. It's an honor. It's a privilege. It's an honor. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the accolades and the thanks. And I don't want to be dismissive, but, man, you don't understand how much of an honor it is to be able to be in this position and to help y'all to have actual, real information, tangible, real, actionable, actual, and actionable information. Teach you how to fish, not give you a fish and run away, Oh, you need something else? There's going to be another blah, blah, blah. Man, I don't do that. I like creating, independent individuals with regards. You want to hate on me afterwards, do your dance. If you want them to stay loyal, that's cool, too. I appreciate it. Either way, free will, and I respect it. You know, I need to do what I need to do and what I feel I'm being called to do. And whether you are on your square or not, that's not on me. That's on you. So you do your dance, I do mine, but it is an honor, a pleasure to broadcast the foundation and do this dance to so else. So thank you very much. I'm very, very, very humble, very thankful. HighFrequencyRadioNetwork.com, PDF section. Do it. Hopefully, if you can print it on someone else's printer, preferably you don't like it, because it can be a lot. But ultimately, you know, it's going to be less than, you know, a book to print that stuff off. Or, you know, maybe you're the type of person you like to read stuff on your, you know, your tablet or your phone or whatever. That's cool too. PDFs. Welcome to the foundation.com. It's coming. I know. I've been busy. He's been busy. They've been busy. We've been busy. But welcome to the foundation. It's coming. We're going to have a killer, ridiculous email list for y'all. You know how to. It's going to be private. It's not going to cost nothing, but I'm going to be sending y'all stuff that I don't put into the shows. I got attention deficit disorder, which means I think a lot about stuff. I got a whole bunch of stuff going on in my mind, and there's always some sort of music playing in my head. Bottom line, I'm on a lot of places at once. So there's a lot of stuff I can email, set up in an email that I wouldn't necessarily put in the show. But I think could be beneficial to, you know, those who want to sign up for the email once it's available. I'll send it to you. You don't like it, unsubscribe. It's very simple. I don't take it personally. I don't care. I always thought it was funny. People on Twitter and social media, they would get those apps that can tell who unfollowed them. But that's just me. Look, let me know. Admin at welcometothefoundation.com. St. Louis, I guess, is up for grabs too. But ultimately, Chicago and Detroit. I would love to go to Detroit, yo. I know my brothers and sisters. I know y'all need me. You know what I'm saying? Chicago too. It be taxing over there. What else? Remember, no matter what position you're in, you can do something to better your position. It does not matter. Quit making excuses. They don't make you feel good about yourself in the long term. They ultimately make you feel worse about yourself. And you project that on other people in your life that you really love, and they leave you, and then you're mad at the world. I've seen it. The all-seeing eye, in my opinion, is your subconscious, because you can't lie to it. The light of the world is your mind's eye, your conscious mind. You take that light and focus it on your subconscious, on inward, on yourself, and mine your mind for the jewels of your soul. But don't think that you making excuses in your mind for your behavior consciously is actually carrying over to your subconscious, because it's not happening. That is where you are recording every action in your book of life, whatever your name is or was or whatever is. That's you. And it's free will here. And no one else is responsible for you. The other thing that the so-called elite do is they give you the option to kill yourself. And a part of understanding that, you got to take responsibility. What are the things that I do that are actually not good for me? What are the things that I do to my people I love that are not good for them, not good for me? Think about that. But ultimately, even if you're working a job, you can put away for your private wealth. For your children, for the ones coming behind you, for your nephews, for someone, you will find that you are empowered to act on behalf of others exponentially more than you can empower yourself to act on the benefit and on behalf of yourself. And with that being said, I'm going to call it quits until next week. But of course, because I will be here on High Frequency Radio Network. Thank you for tuning into the Foundation. I love y'all with all my heart. I do this for y'all with all my heart. And nothing can be further from the truth when it's said that our people don't be showing each other love. There are instances where we don't, but there are so many instances where we do. And to all of those who participate in the positive experience of this world, I want to nod my head to you as we are soldiers in the war of the worlds. So I nod and go back to work. Admin at welcometothefoundation.com. And I love y'all. Peace to the God.
We're going to sing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.